In this video I'm going to talk about direct proportion, inverse proportion, but I'm only going to do it in the context of wordy questions. But I'm going to show you a particular layout which I found very useful. So first of all, here is an example of a direct proportion problem. 4 coaches can carry 208 people. How many people can be carried by 7 coaches? Now this is an example of direct proportion because as the number of coaches increase, so does the amount of people they can carry increase. Now here's a suggested layout. If I start with 2 headings, coaches and people, I know that 4 coaches can carry 208 people. Now I want to scale this down to then find out how many people can be carried in 7 coaches. So quite often a useful thing to do is to ask yourself, how many people can be carried by just 1 coach? Once I know how many people will be carried by 1 coach, I can then scale it back up again and find how many people can be carried in 7 coaches. So if I start at 4 coaches and I want to go down to 1, I'm basically dividing by 4. So if I divide this by 4, I get 52. So 1 coach can carry 52 people. Now, if I know 1 coach can carry 52 people, I want to work out how much 7 coaches can carry. I need to multiply by 7. So I do 52 times 7. We do a bit of side working here. 2 7s 14, 35, 36, 364. So my final answer is 364 people. So here's an example of a direct proportion problem. Do you want to pause the video and try this, and I'll go through it in a second. Okay, so let's start with 2 headings. I've got my number of cans and I've got the cost. So I know 7 cans cost £8.40. So I'm going to try and find out how much 1 can cost. So find out what 1 can costs. To get from 7 to 1, I need to divide by 7. So if 7 cans cost £8.40, if I divide by 7, I get £1.20. So I know 1 can costs £1.20. I want to find out how much 3 cans cost. So to get from 1 can to 3 cans, I need to multiply by 3. So I need to multiply £1.20 by 3 to get me £3.60. So it would cost £3.60. Now this is an example of what's called inverse proportion. So let me explain why it's called inverse proportion. If I've got 4 builders and they take 5 days to build a garage, if I increase the number of builders to 10, it should take them less time to build the garage. So inverse proportion means as one thing increases, say for example the number of builders, the other thing, the other quantity, decreases, such as the number of days they would take. So we can use the same layout as before with one change. So headings, builders and days. 4 builders take 5 days. Now I need to find out how long it would take 10 builders. So I want to find out how many builders, how long it would take 1 builder. So to get from 4 to 1, I'm dividing by 4. Now, this is a tricky part. Remember I said, if the number of builders decrease, the number of days will increase. So if I'm reducing the number of builders, I'm increasing the number of days. So I've actually got to multiply the number of days by 4. So that would take 20 days. So think about this logically. 4 builders take 5 days. 1 builder is going to take him a lot longer, 20 days. Now I need to find out how long it will take 10 builders. To get from 1 builder to 10, I'm multiplying by 10. Now then, I'm increasing the number of builders now. So that should mean my number of days go down. So I need to divide by 10. 20 divided by 10 is 2. So it's 2 days. And just to a sanity check, 4 builders take 5 days. If I increase the number of builders, the days should go down. Right, one for you to try. Okay, how did you get on? So we got the number of workers and the number of days. 3 workers, 10 days. I want to find out how long it would take 1 worker. So I need to divide the number of workers by 3. But if I reduce the number of workers, the number of days should increase. So I need to multiply the number of days by 3. So if 3 workers take 10 days, 1 worker on his own will take 3 times as long, 30 days. I want to find out how long 2 workers take. To get from 1 to 2, I need to multiply by 2. So now I'm increasing the number of workers, I'm doubling the number of workers, so I need to halve the number of days. So we'll take 2 workers, 15 days.